is a selfish one. I have managed to get my hands on a Ferrari 355 F1 Spider. Everyone's always harped on about how wonderful they are, that 3.5 litre V8 engine screaming over your left ear. I've always wanted to drive one since watching James Bond have a race with Xenia on the top in a 355 going down into Monaco. And today is my first opportunity to do so. So I thought I'd bring you along for the ride and you can come and see what it's like. So I suppose the question is, should you meet your heroes? No matter what it is. If it's a car, if it's a person, if it's anything, should you meet your heroes? Now, I've always said yes, you should, because obviously you build them up in your mind as being these amazing people, amazing cars, and you know, you dream about them, you have the posters on your wall, all of that. And I think for me, it's an absolute yes, meet your heroes. Yes, you might be disappointed, but you might also meet the best thing you've ever met or driven or whatever. So today, as I said in my little piece to camera, I am in a Ferrari 355. Now, I've always wanted to drive a Ferrari 355. A friend of mine, a very good friend of mine, has one. He bought one just before lockdown started, and he said when it went in and had a load of work done to it, and he said to me, once we were allowed or able, I could borrow the car for the day and go and make a film in it, because this is a super exciting thing for me. As of this morning, I'd never driven a Ferrari 355, so this is my first time ever. And yes, you should meet your heroes. This is not the one I would buy, so this is a 355 F1 Spider. They obviously come in Berlinetta and GTS as well, and you can get manual gearboxes, which is the one I would have, with a lovely long gated stick down here. That's what I would have, but this is the automated manual, so single clutch, automated manual gearbox. It's actually, I've heard horror stories about this gearbox. They only made just over 1,000 of them, and as the first guys of the automated manual in any Ferrari, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. But maybe that's because I'm coming to it late. At the time, maybe people thought it wasn't very good, but I actually don't dislike it. It kind of adds to the, you know, excitement factor of the car. You do feel like there's a little man in the back putting his foot on the clutch as you pull the paddle, and then you receive another gear. When we go down, it's quite slow, but you drive it like that. You don't hustle this car, because it's almost a classic. I suppose you'd say it is a classic. They made these between 1994 and 1999, before the 360 Modena came out, and then obviously the 430 after that. But the Spider arrived a little later on, 1997. This one is a 1998 car. It's only done 20,000 miles. And she's an absolute honey, I'll tell you. It's not the finest example, but listen to this. Oh my God, it's as good as I could have ever imagined, that noise. This 3.5 litre V8 engine singing in the back. Oh, mwah, bellissima. It's absolutely fabulous. And it literally sends shivers down my spine every time you get anywhere near the throttle and get to rev it past 5,000 all the way up to 8,500. It is just magnificent. I can honestly tell you, I need to own one of these cars. I need to own one. The best way to describe this car is absolute magic. You don't understand. If you've never been in a Ferrari before, there is a certain soul and passion and wonderful sense of theatre. The ride is so supple. I'm amazed at how soft and smooth and how well it rides, and how the front, there's no scuttle, so you can really place it on the road and listen to her sing. Oh, Oh, I've fallen entirely in love with this car. What a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful machine. That V8 engine, that 3.5 litre V8 engine, 5 valves per cylinder. The way this just, that Ferrari yowl that is just so sonorously beautiful is what this car is. It is just, to me, it sort of feels like an engine with a really beautiful body sculpted over the top. Oh, I want one. The driving position is absolutely rubbish. They always said that. I remember watching when I was a kid, Jeremy Clarkson bought one of these, and I remember watching his video and him saying how it's, you know, like driving a lorry. It is, because the steering wheel's tilted away from you like a Renault. The pedals are all completely off to the left-hand side. The footrest for my left foot is almost in the other footwell with the passenger, because the wheels are right under here and I'm right over the front end. Listen to it. Oh, I'm in love. Oh. Okay, so let's be a little bit more objective with this. You've seen me have a little bit of a man crisis. Oh my word, what a car. I can honestly say I am completely smitten with this vehicle. Even with the gearbox, which is not the one I would choose, and even with the fact that this one is a little bit, needs a little bit of love. It's having a new roof, it's just had a load of mechanical work done to it, but forgetting that, the engine seems as sweet as a nut. It is, and it's only done 19,900 miles. I mean, she's an absolute honey. And in black, with the yellow calipers and silver wheels, it just looks like a connoisseur's Ferrari, really. I still, unfortunately, I'm sorry, all the naysayers out there, I would still buy one that was a Rosso Corsa red with creamer interior and red carpets, because I've never owned a Ferrari. I think your first Ferrari has to be that. But yes, she's just magnificent. And if you haven't ever driven a Ferrari or been in a Ferrari, you won't understand the soul and the passion. It's about getting the roof off, listening to that absolute orchestra behind me that is just fantastic. It's fabulous. It really is fabulous. And there's this complete, just, I can't, like, words can't describe it. Every time I get near that 8,500 RPM red line, the shivers it sends down my spine, and the magical love that I feel like when I used to have this car on the wall in my bedroom. Yes, a Porsche is not going to go wrong. This, I've been really struggling to start all day. It's been an absolute disaster. The alarm has gone off 85 times. It's completely mental. There's so many things wrong with it. The number 3 in there is missing a load of dashes. Why, I don't know. Oh, I know where all of my money from now on is going. It's going in a little piggy bank, and then I'm going to buy one of these in manual. Oh, please, everyone, go and get a fill of a Ferrari. Just go and drive one. It doesn't matter which one, really. They're just so magnificent. It's like a jackpot.